Hello, incredible soul. I am Anavink, the Wellness Architect, and welcome back to the Embodied Woman podcast. I'm so happy you're here. We are in such a fast time in this world. If you're here, you're likely feeling it. You're probably highly sensitive and empathic, and you are sensing the energy shifting so deeply, so radically, and so quickly. The world is accelerating, and this is our time to anchor and to rise. The pressure is intensifying, the energy is electrifying. It's such a wild time to be alive. And I wanted to share something because we are living in truly one of the most transformational times in human history. Everything is changing. Nothing will be the same. No one will be the same, and nothing will remain the same. Everything is changing. Everyone is changing. The systems, the structures, the pace of daily life, the way we think, the way we interact, what we believe, all that we've known to be true is shifting and being just tossed on its head. And I know you feel it. I know your nervous system is feeling it. Your body is feeling it. Your nerves are feeling it. You're feeling the intensity. You're feeling all of it. And we are in the time of the quickening, where time is literally accelerating. The time-space continuum is shifting. Nothing is as it was. And it's only creating more momentum, compounding more. We're in the year of the fire horse. The momentum has been building. It's growing. It's getting more and more accelerated. And so this is a time of accelerated change and rapid evolution. This is asking us to rise. There's more pressure, more stress, and it's only beginning to accelerate and grow more pronounced. This is not something that is by accident. This is by design. And what we are witnessing, what we are experiencing is much of what we've known the world to be is not what it appears. What we've been told it is not. And so with every single system, whether it is the political, global, financial, medical, educational systems, they are all changing. We are seeing the old systems crack and collapse. And while it can feel tumultuous, it can feel chaotic, it can feel like what is happening, it's actually a period of reinvention and rebirth. And the structures that are falling were built on control. They were built on suppression and manipulation. And what's rising and being created in their place are structures and systems that are for the people, by the people, structures that are rooted in integrity, in truth, in transparency, that support humans in becoming fully healthy, radiant, sovereign, and free. Fear has always been something that the systems and powers that were used to control us, but they are not lasting anymore. Everything is changing. And when we are activated in fear, because fear is so contagious, it debilitates our ability to think and to access our higher consciousness, our higher mind, our creativity, our visionary senses. When we are activated in fear, we contract. We start to go into disbelief of what's possible. We start to doubt. We start to wonder, who are we and what are we here to do? We go into survival mode and just do what we think we should, and we do what's safe rather than what's being asked of us. So this energy, we're all feeling it, and how we alchemize it, how we utilize it is going to shift and be different for each of us. But this is why the inner work is so integral and it's not separate from what's happening in the world right now. So the more we can tune in within to calm our nervous system, to regulate, to anchor into our power, the more impact we will have. And that is so important because other people will recalibrate to our point of anchor rather than more fear. Because if we're feeling fear and we're letting the fear dictate our actions, our beliefs, our words, our stories, and we continue to act in that fear, we're going to disconnect from our true power, our ability to create. We have to learn to reframe the fear and see that fear and excitement carry the same energetic frequency, yet fear is simply excitement without breath. So when you breathe into the fear, you can alchemize it. Everything you're facing right now is not punishment, it's preparation. And so when you reframe stress and see it as not a trigger, but a teacher, a treasure, You realize that stress never was the enemy. There are times in this life where we are motivated by the stress. That stress can be eustress, EU, meaning good stress, to mobilize us. Stress is a natural force, and the body can be over stressed and exerted, so it doesn't always register, and we might go into freeze and flight mode rather than powerful creation mode, because stress exists to motivate us, to move us, and to expand us into our higher potential and capacity. The problem is not the stress itself, but it's our relationship with the stress, our reaction to it. Because when we see stress as a threat, our body contracts and we go into survival mode. We start to feel like the victim. We start to contract. We start to play small. But when we see stress as the teacher, we grow, we rise, we evolve. And this allows us to access higher levels of thought and creativity and anchor into our calm. Stress as a teacher changes everything. And when we see stress as a teacher, we can say, hello, stress, I see you. What do you want me to know? Because in dialoguing with the stress, it alchemizes it. When you're ruled by stress and you let it take you over in fear, you're just hyper vigilant. You're unaware of how you can utilize this power. But when you see it as a stress as a teacher, you see the pressure that you're feeling as the catalyst. Not that something's wrong with you, not that evidence that it's not working, but as evidence that you are alive for such a profound moment in time, and that your system, your body, your power, your capacity is being invited to expand. The more you are being asked to hold, the more purpose you carry. So if you experience a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot of angst, the more purpose you hold. And stress is simply the invitation to rise. We need to cultivate resilience. We need to support our bodies right now. And it's not a goal of eliminating stress, but it's to expand your capacity to rise and meet it and return to your center, to your calm. So some things that I want to recommend to you for this time we're in with the quickening is to anchor yourself, anchor your mornings. How you begin the day sets the tone for the rest of the day. Stay within your own field. Don't get on your phone right away. Stay silent, meditate, journal, contemplate, anchor into your body, into your power through breath, through meditation, through journaling. Nourish your adrenals. Support yourself with living, structured water, hydrating water that remineralizes your body, that recharges your adrenals. I'm not talking about electrolyte powders. I'm not talking about mineral salts and mineral drops. I'm talking about living hydration, coconut water, lemon water, etc. Because when we're overdriving those adrenals, the body is in that stress state. And that creates more wear and tear on the body and diminishes our resilience. So prioritize living vibrant foods, adrenal snacking, and reduce stimulants like caffeine and alcohol where you can. Move your body with more intention rather than force and aggression, because when we are so focused on high intensity interval training and cardio intense workouts, we can be depleting the adrenals and the body more than supporting it. So walk, get in nature, go hike, move with intention, not aggression. Move with the intention of completing the stress cycle, of releasing these emotions and completing the emotional cycle, because movement is so powerful and it creates momentum and it catalyzes the energy flow. You'll want to mind your mind, protect your inputs, notice what you're consuming, how often you're consuming, what conversations, the media, the people you're surrounding yourself with. It's either coding your body for survival, stress, and illness, or for resilience, for healing and radiance. Curate your life, your inputs, because your energy is powerful and it's sacred. Your attention is being vied for. So really honor your attention and your energy. Reconnect to your body. So when your mind feels overwhelmed and you feel the stress and we're going to new reaction, it can feel hard to feel connected to the body, but the body is the anchor and the breath is the anchor. So just place a hand on your heart, take a full deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Have your feet on the ground, get out into nature, go out in the sunshine, because these are not small acts, these are recalibrations, tuning you to higher frequencies, tuning you to your purpose. You were born into this moment in time by design. You were made for this. Even when it feels so uncertain and you feel weak or you feel doubt, you are here. This acceleration is a call to something greater, to rise higher, because you were made for this. You are here by design for a reason, for a purpose. The question is not, can you handle it? The question is, how fully are you willing to show up for it? Remember, this is your time to remember, to anchor, and to rise. I'm so honored to be with you on this journey and sending you all the strength, all the love, the confidence, the courage to rise and to remember. This landed with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your takeaways. If there's someone that needs to hear this and that would benefit from hearing these words, please share it with them. I'd love to know what is moving through you and what you're experiencing, how you're growing through this time, how you're meeting the pressure. And I'm sending you so much strength. And I'm so grateful you are here. Thank you.